Really?
I would never plant one paperclip.
This was on purpose.
Britt, your ass is looking fat. That's just good.
Give me a rock.
My car's over there.
All of the tubes and lights and strips and pods are run underneath the vehicle. They're all exactly where they need to be. They're all either way too tight or way too loose based on the inappropriate extension cabling that I bought, all to be fixed soon. Now we're going to be in the driver's area. We're going to move into the driver's seat to try to fish some wires up into the engine bay so that I can at least connect everything to the brain. And then we'll find out if I know how to wire it up. Aside from the fact that he's sick, it really sucks that my buddy TJ couldn't make it tonight to help out with the interior parts, because I'm not actually equipped to run and fish wires through the firewall. He's got all the stuff. He's got a meter so he can check all the wiring. I'm going to have to, like, old school it. This is going to really suck. It'd be really nice if he'd been up here doing this work while I was underneath doing the other stuff, as we've done in the past. Right now, the options are passenger side or driver's side. I've already looked in the engine bay. It's going to be much easier to get to the firewall on the driver's side, so I'm going to be looking for grommets here under the steering wheel on the driver's side. So we're going to pull back the, sure, we'll go ahead and call this stuff carpet. It's rubber. We'll pull some panels and see what we got. I know there's several grommets under there that are usable. I'm getting these wires ready so that if I happen to find a good grommet while I'm twisted in a crazy position that no human being should ever try to be into under there, and I can get the wires in from that position, I want them ready for me to just go ahead and jam them in without having to climb back out, put them together, and then go back in. So I'm going to put these together first before I even start looking. Well, that's good. At least that way, if I have to put it through a grommet, it's the smaller sides that have to go through the grommet. So to do this, I'm going to wire tie these together tightly. Actually, I think I might. Yeah, just in case they need to go through a tighter area, I'm going to do them slightly staggered, like so. That way they're not such a bulky thing. And then since I'm not trying to do this wire tie for strength, just to hold them together, I am going to go grab some cutters, pull off the excess, so there's nothing to snag on when it's going through the hole. Time to go on a fishing expedition. Pray for me. Come with me, children. See what I see. Okay, now you sort of see what I see, which is not a lot of options. Bingo. I got a grommet here with just one wire going through it. Nothing else really looks promising. So I managed to fish the wires through a grommet on the passenger side, not the driver's side. The driver's side one was not good. Passenger side one, I was able to pull a grommet out that had been like siliconed in place and run the wire through. I didn't film it because, I mean, hell, I couldn't see what I was doing. I was just reaching blindly through it. There's nothing for you guys to see. But I can show you now. Had to pull back all the fun stuff. And there's that grommet with the wires going through. It looks like someone put a grommet into a grommet, so I'm not worried about these wires getting cut by that. I am going to shove that sort of back into place, and then I'll get some silicone to seal it up so this doesn't get water in here. But if I'm taking this thing that deep into water, it's already a problem. So now I'm just going to sort of run these wires a little bit better, so they're going to come out of here in the middle where the all the other mess of wires are, and that's where the box is going to go. And then God help me on wiring it in, because I don't have half the stuff that I need to do it properly. Alright, so as I was saying, I don't have a lot of electrical tools here because I wasn't planning on doing this myself, so I didn't go buy a test light or a meter or any of that kind of stuff. So I am not going to be wiring up the turn signals or brake. Now, I do have a bunch of like extra wire. In fact, I have almost every color here except for the yellow, which I'm going to substitute white for that. So I'm going to extend these wires
so that when TJ does get a chance to get in here and do this, he'll already have some longer wires to futz with. So I'm just going to go with hot and ground and get this to work. I hope. Here comes something sketchy. It is wired up. So now, get to decide what's going to be zone 1 and what's going to be zone 2. So it's almost a success. Oh God. So clearly what happened is the very first set of wires that I wired up, those that then drop down and go to here, I accidentally swapped that around. That'll be easy to fix. So we're going to pretend like this is lit up over here, which it will be in a second. However, the rest of the car just looks fabulous. Oh yeah, look at that wheel well light. Under car. The other wheel well, whole damn thing all lit up. Yeah. We got a little bit of light down there. And light around back. Nothing accidentally being lit on this side. Except for, you know, the grill, which I'll take care of that right now. Success. All right, now we're successful. So everything's on the one side. However, I wanted zone 1, which is what's plugged in, to be on the driver's side. So I'm just gonna go swap the plugs around on the inside, plug in the other side, and then I need to go back underneath the entire car and wire tie all of the wiring. That's gonna take about 45 minutes to an hour.
All right, folks, we are back, and it's daytime, which should tell you that it's not nighttime. See, look at that. That's why I'm my best friend. He knows what word I'm going to say as I say it. So you'll see the tiniest amount of a head over my shoulder. That would be TJ. That would be TJ waving. Look, TJ's feeling better, everybody. I know you're all really worried about him, even though you don't know him at all. But that's going to change today. TJ is here to finish the job that I did not, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. TJ is actually reading instructions.
Actually, I'm pulling down tech notes.
That's instructions. Sure, look, there's instructions next to him, too. Look at that.
We do not condone the reading of instructions at any time.
I'm going to have to edit that out. So while TJ's doing this, I was going to be where his butt is, because this strip refuses to stay in place. That strip just keeps falling down. I've actually added more adhesive to it. That didn't work. The wire ties weren't doing their job. So we're going to upgrade to this. These little brackety things here are brackets. And they've even got screws. Ignore the 3M. For once, we're not going to use 3M. So I'm just literally going to screw a bunch of these brackets into place. They are designed to actually hold the tubes where they are. A couple of these, and we'll be as good as gold. But I got to wait for TJ to be done, because two fat guys cannot occupy the same space at the same time. At least not in a YouTube video that's going to get monetized.
Two fat guys in a little car.
Some of you may be wondering what the hell the extension cord is doing, and that is keeping the door open. I have it tied off to the hot rod, because that's a bumper. Sure. This is actually on an incline where we're at. Here, I'll step over here so you can see. That door won't stay open any other way. And for just a little bit of safety to prevent a possibility of a rollover, even though TJ is doing a good job of anchoring that side, I've got a little bit of positive pressure on this side from that, keeping it up. Jack stands on the other side. This won't flip, it's a full size. So I read the instruction manual, TJ. I'm supposed to have a parking brake. You can't remove that. It's very dangerous.
Only if you need to stop.
0 out of 10 would recommend.
Somebody's got to be the leader of the...
See now, if you remove the GoPro, no one can see what you're doing.
Well, being it's hanging on the one thing I'm taking off, you're only going to see the floor anyway.
You've disappointed everyone out there in YouTube land. Yeah, by the way, that wasn't really all that attached, was it?
No.
That came right. He just looked at that and it came off. He's really good at uninstalling things. Let's go reinstall this other camera.
I'm saying this is metal, so the magnet will help.
I'm about to take this off next.
You're a bastard.
Sir, are you cutting my brake lines? We've been friends for so long. Why would you do this to me?
I love to see how spontaneous you can be.
So first you removed my parking brake, and now you're cutting my brake lines. Do I owe you money?
No.
I was gonna
Pretty sure it's the other way around.
I was gonna say, if I owe you money, cutting my brake lines doesn't help. You're not named as a beneficiary.
Yeah, but my kid might be.
You know what? You're not wrong. That is a strong possibility. Bella, don't watch this, because you might get ideas.
She might need some help. Oh, it's so pretty.
Are those bright yellow butt connectors factory?
They are not. They are part of your proximity remote start.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, they have a sort of a TJ flare. So everybody
Yes, they
sees these
do.
bright yellow butt connectors in here. Now, if we look in TJ's box, I just happen to see very similar bright yellow butt connectors. I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
No. They go to the button on the dash.
Everybody's seen my button. Button, who's got the button?
More about who's pushing your button.
Right now, nobody. I don't allow it.
Good job. All right, light green and red. Wow, could that be? So how do you feel about starting your car while it's on jack stands?
I'm okay with it.
Actually, we don't need to start it. We just need to give it enough
You said, do you need the key on?
I just want to turn something
Okay.
on.
Ah, gotcha. I was going to say, because we just remote started, but you need the key.
I just wanted to see what kind of response I would get out of you. in the
Man, I pretend like I
conversation.
trust you.
I pretend like I trust me too, so we're both kind of on the same vein.
So, just so you know, this car's not moving. Your radar gun's not going to do anything.
Reader, that is so mean. This is one of my favorites.
Should we tell the children watching YouTube what the hell that is? I mean, I know what it is, obviously, but we should probably explain to everyone else who isn't me.
Expensive snap-on multimeter,
All right.
which can actually do damn near anything but drive your car.
Hey, Snap-on multimeter. I need a triple stack of pancakes, extra syrup.
Apparently it can start a car. Look at that.
Wow. The problem is it just turned my car into a very strange overlander eclipse. Let me zoom in on this guy's eclipse. That's the only way I can describe this vehicle is it looks like an overlander eclipse. Look, it's even got like chains
I
hanging
was
underneath
actually
it.
really cool with the roof rack, and then I saw the light bar on top of the roof rack, and I was like,
No one can hear you over his fart can exhaust.
I was thinking he had to be Australian with those lights.
I'm actually very particular, very, very fond of the giant wing on the back.
Yeah, I have no use for that.
It's a front-wheel drive car with a big wing on the back. Though I probably shouldn't say anything since I owned a front-wheel drive Eclipse with a much bigger wing on the back. It was functional.
Drop too fast, drop too furious. I'm too fast for y'all, man. Drop too fast, drop too furious. Oh, I'm too fast.
Convertible. Well, that just brought the center of gravity down, that's all.
Well, I'm sure it brought something down.
Didn't bring the fun factor down.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Hell,
So
one of my first YouTube videos is actually a video of me fixing the camber kits my dad shattered when he was driving it on that car. So what are we doing now, TJ?
You're hooking up the parking triggers to our underglow kit. So
Oh, no.
therefore, when you choose to, you're going to be able to make it act like turn signals.
Hell yeah. So right now you're just doing the car side, and then you're going to do the switch side and...
Correct. We're going to tap all of our signal wires, tape and run to our center, and then start hooking up our switches from there.
So you do the hard to get to part first, get that out of the way, and then you do the rest of it, because then you know what you've got to make work.
You got it. Well said.
It's almost like I learned this from you 20 years ago or so.
Never ever tell anybody that.
I'll edit this out, don't worry. It'll never be on camera. I'm not even recording. I don't know what we're talking about.
Perfect.
That's right, ladies. Those are some pretty nimble fingers for a big guy. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to get me demonetized. Unfortunately, I am standing with the sun at my back, and I am wearing a black shirt with a, like, screen print thing on it that is just soaking up the heat.
And here in Florida, it is crazy hot right now.
Unfortunately, I don't own any shirts that I'm, like, okay with destroying except for these old work shirts, and they're all black. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, when you noticed earlier in the video when it was nighttime, that's because I didn't want to do this in the daytime when it was 80 degrees with 100% humidity and a feels-like temperature of, what, 6 or 7 digits? Yeah. So we were just using basic speaker wire for this because, you know what, everybody? Wire is wire. Look at this. Look at that.
16 gauge everyday speaker wire.
Because electricity is electricity. Also, this is an extremely low draw system, so we don't need a thick amount of wire. If you guys are doing wiring and you don't know much about it,
the thickness of the wire is sort of required by a higher draw. The more power you're putting through the wire, the thicker you want it to be. This system, that little dashboard switch, all it needs to do is see a little bit of power to turn on and off. So we don't need to have super crazy thick wire. We can use just basic speaker wire.
Or relays for current.
Or relays for current, but that's getting a little bit more deeper in depth. One of these days we will actually do just like a sit down and you can explain to people how to electricity. Everyone doesn't know this, but TJ's a long lost descendant of Nikola Tesla. People will believe it because I said it.
Okay, fair enough.
It's the internet. No one lies on the internet. Everyone knows exactly what the back of your head looks like, by the way, because that's all this video is. So now anybody who's keeping tabs at home, you might notice that he's just using white wire and blue wire, and thereby basically laughing at my efforts to extend the wires with the proper colors.
Yes.
Because he doesn't care.
I know.
Hey, you know what? I did it for you, all right? It's an expression of my love.
I so appreciate it that I violated. Sorry.
Did your mom ever tell you it's not nice to talk with something in your mouth? Look, now everyone can see a portion of your beautiful face. Look at the camera. Oh God, never mind. Look away.
I promise you.
Are we gonna explode?
Huh?
Nothing. I know what you're talking about. Laundry's done.
Passenger side, Tim.
Yes. What about it?
You need to be there.
Oh. Look, I'm doing work. Now we're putting the metal frame back in. The metal frame that I was expecting to stay in because I had a camera mounted to it.
This is referred to as the knee bolster.
Knee bolster. Can we not trigger me, considering how I'm still recovering from my knees being destroyed by the bolstering that Dodge decided to put in?
Hey.
The airbag bolstering. People from Dodge, if you're watching this video, your airbags hurt me. I did not need them.
You're still alive.
I would have been still alive if my airbags hadn't gone off too.
Don't know that.
I know that.
Oh, all right, cool.
The seatbelt didn't even catch me. I wasn't even going that fast.
My bad. Having one of those moments.
So everybody, TJ's one of those guys who might have actually survived better because the airbags weren't there. We can both say that we really like orthopedic surgeons though, because TJ would be able to do what he's doing right now if it hadn't been for the guy who built his arm again, like the bionic commando.
Actually, I give all the credit to my dad. The
That is
doctor
true.
told me that I'd only use my arm 70%.
Yep.
And my dad told me to get to work.
Yes, anybody who does not know TJ's dad, that is an accurate assessment. It's probably the best way I've ever heard him described in a single sentence. The doctor said what? Get to work. I have a doctor's note, and TJ's dad's the kind of guy who when you hand him a doctor's note, he blows his nose with it. And then he hands it back, because he doesn't keep things that aren't his.
My dad didn't miss a day of work. Even when I was in the hospital. He went to work and he was there when I woke up.
TJ's dad is retired, and he's at work right now.
That is hilarious. I actually want to call and share that with
You
him.
really should.
I'll tell him later. That's great.
So let's discuss the fact that TJ's cutting off the wires that I so meticulously put on there.
You did a beautiful job.
I did. The colors matched and everything. I have some sadness inside me right now.
We'll deal with that later.
No, sir. My hour's not up. We deal with it today.
All right. It says app, and I can go to dash. Green light is
app
dash.
is what we need it needs to be on dash. It doesn't work.
This doesn't work on it.
Turn
only
signals
works on-
won't work on dash.
Okay. Gonna start it. Now? Can you hear me? That's weird.
So you are on app control, right?
Yes.
Blue light. Yep. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to check and make sure that this thing somehow didn't like default away from red or even being on. No, they're both set to red. Turn them off and turn them back on. Smart sensor action is red both sides.
Can you tell if I'm doing the dimmer?
Oh,
Because I hit the dimmer earlier, but
try that.
that shouldn't stop it from coming on.
Well, no. Dimmer won't work when you're on app control.
Okay.
Yeah. So that won't do anything. Did you not wire in the switches?
No. I forgot all about them because I was running my mouth. But no big deal because we got to undo it anyways because we got to figure out what the other one was.
exactly what went wrong.
Really? Well, I got the turn signals off.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I've got nothing.
Should it be on?
It should go back to color.
That's weird. Could that be the plugs? Check again.
Are you on app or are you on dash? Yeah, because it unpaired. Yeah, so it's acting like it's not even working at all. Like it's not doing anything.
So this one's not hit right now?
Switch over to dash and then switch back to app. There we go. Now it popped back on. Yeah, it wasn't even showing up on my device list on the app.
Okay.
Now
So can you check your light to see if your side is...
Oh, I'm putting them both on white. Actually, I'll put them both on blue because that's pretty damn bright.
Brake did work?
Yeah, brake works. Brake.
So it's all in the pairing. It's all in the pairing. Oh.
That's really fucking pissing me off.
Yep. I'm gonna get up. Move this over.
What am I doing?
I'm moving everything over so I can set my fat ass in the seat.
You know what the most important thing about you getting in the car is going to be?
Camera can see my face now.
Even better. Close the doors, roll the windows up, turn the car on AC.
XKGlow, this is Andy.
Hi Andy, got a question for you. I got
Sure.
an undercar kit and I paid for the dash controller. We're trying to hook up the brakes and the turn signals. Got the turn signals to work. I don't know if you know this, but they only work when you're on the app, when you're not when you're on dash. That's strange, but that's neither here nor there. I'm getting an issue now where when we hit the brakes, one side turns red, but the other side is turning like a dark yellow. I went and I looked in the app, and they're both set to go red, like the default. And I've already unplugged and plugged in both zone wires to see if it was maybe a bad connection error. When I go red with the app, they both go red properly. So it's not
They both go red properly.
exactly. So it's being told to go the wrong color, and I don't know if it's I've got a bad switch, controller box, or I don't know what, or maybe I did something wrong. You got any ideas?
Right. That is odd. And where are you tapping into for that feature?
Straight to the brake.
Yeah, straight to the brake.
Straight to the brake? Okay.
Yeah.
It is an old Crown Vic with a very strong 12-volt brake signal. We are at the plug, right behind the plug, wire to wire. So there's no resistance, say, in...
Sure, okay.
And you know what we didn't? The only thing we haven't tried yet is I haven't tried switching zones left to right. But you're unwired right now, right? Or no?
We're only unwired on the brake.
Okay, well, all right. Yeah, the only thing I haven't tried doing was literally just switching zone and see if it does.
If you could, and let me know if the issue, follows the output, then that's telling me right there that it's the controller.
Exactly. Are you on? Okay, let me pop out here, grab these real fast. So. All right, so it's still doing it. Let me swap sides.
Flopped them?
Yeah, it's switched sides, so it's the controller.
So it is a controller, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get a tested replacement shipped out to you, and I'll include a prepaid label to send that faulty one back to us.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, I apologize for the issues, bud.
It happens. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you.
You got it, buddy. See you.
Okay.
Okay.
They appreciate customers like you, bro.
Yeah, well.
Most people... You should test your shit better and
I know.
want to
All
tell
right.
them how to do their
So
job.
let's do something smart. All right, narcolepsy.
Yeah, I'll just lay it back.
Yeah. Now you're
Trying to
snoring.
I snore now sometimes when I'm just regular breathing and people make the mistake of thinking I'm actually asleep.
I've known you long enough.
That's true.
You're asleep. So
So
anyway,
shaking and punching things.
not yet. You've only been snoring for about 10 seconds.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is it off?
Yep.
All right.
Perfect. And what I'll do for right now is I'll just figure out which one is the brake one, and I'll leave it off. Captain Sleepo.
Yeah.
So what I'll do for now is I'll
We're
just...
not going to check the other turn signal.
Oh, we can do that too. Get the other side.
See, I can take it down. Just plug her back up.
All right. I'll just leave it up in the air.
I'll just sit right here.
All right, and here we go, back on the ground. Going some two-tone just so we can see the differentiation. And there we go. That took an intensely long amount of time to do by myself without the proper tools. Okay, folks, so what have we learned? First off, it's really hot. That's what we've learned. There you go. Even with some cloud cover. Yeah, I like working at night. It may not light up so well, but until I get a garage that I can put air conditioning in, I like working at night. Okay, so everything's done. Everything's wired up. Until I get an actual center console put in this car, we are done with this for right now. However, there was a slight problem, and that was that this brain appears to have come slightly faulty. Zone 2, which I'm using for the right side of the car, when you put your foot on the brake, it turns yellow instead of red. Everything else works just fine. We swapped it around. It's definitely zone 2, no matter what side you plug it into. TJ is, I think he's awake. He's recuperating in his car with the air conditioning running. I was able to secure the lighting on the driver's side that had started coming down. That side's not gonna fall down. Don't know about the passenger side, but we'll tackle that if that happens. Other than that, we're good to go. Thank you for coming along with me on the ride. Hopefully you guys like the way it looks. Obviously I can do any colors I want to. I can even do red and blue flashing lights. Stick around, there's plenty more. If you like what you saw today, go ahead and like the video. If you want to see some more, or you think maybe in the future I might get around to something you are actually interested in, go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it might actually make me enough money to buy more cars and do more fun things. I have plenty of ideas, I just need the money to do it. Until next time, wear your seatbelts, and if you're in a strip club and there's a DJ, tip him, especially if it's me.